Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you on here, and I hope you guys can try these mandalas and have a fun time doing it. So before we get started on the mandala design, I'm going to explain our tools. So the tools I use are color coded, so they have a color on the top of the tools. When you buy them off of Temu or Amazon, they usually just come clear. So first off, for the twirly tools, I do not use the green twirly for any of my tutorials, so you can set this one aside. As for the rods, the largest two rods, I, again, also do not use for any of my tutorials, but if you're doing like a bigger project on your own time, then of course you can use these. So now to help you understand what I have color coded, you can lay them out biggest to smallest. The biggest one, which is the green one, next size down, we have it marked as the blue stick. And then next size down after the blue is the white stick. After the white stick, it's the yellow stick. And then we have the pink stick. And then last but not least, trying to pick them up, is the black stick. And then of course we have the twirlies. These are self-explanatory. They are color coded already. You can color code them yourself. We use just nail polish on the tops of the tools. We can get started with the design now. So for today's class, I'm going to be using this color palette. For paint color number 1, I'm going to be using Craft Smart Natural Buff. For paint color number 2, I'm using Craft Smart Pool Blue. For paint color 3, I'm using Craft Smart Sage Green. For paint color 4, I'm using Craft Smart Bright Pink. For paint color number 5, Craft Smart Rose, and this is a metallic paint. And for paint color 6, Craft Smart Multi-Surface Radiant Gold, and this is also a metallic paint. Okay, so for the first step, we're going to use the black stick. And we're going to use paint color number 2. And we're going to place on a dot on each of those little marks.
With the black one, right?
Yes, with the black stick.
Are we re-dipping it every time?
Yes, you want to re-dip every single time, unless we're doing the walking the dots, because then we want the dots to purposely get smaller. Okay, once you've done that, you're gonna go in between each gap and just place a dot in between. So you should end up with 16 dots all the way around.
With the same end of the stick. Same stick,
Yes,
same
yes.
end.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly. We're gonna use the bigger end with paint color 5. And we're just going to place one dot in between each gap, or in each gap. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick with paint color number 3, and we're going to put these dots right above the small ones we just made.
every time.
Yes. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the white twirly with the bigger end and with paint color 1. And we're just going to place these dots in between.
With a larger end, right?
Yes. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick with paint color 4. And we're gonna place it right above these small dots we just made. Okay, next up, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 6. And we're gonna walk the dots. So using the bigger end of the pink twirly, you're gonna place 1 dot above like this. Then you'll switch to the smaller end, dip in the paint, and then without re-dipping, dot halfway around, re-dip, and do the other half.
Okay, now. Good.
Okay, so the bigger end.
Okay, next step, we're gonna use the same tool, the pink twirly. We're gonna use paint color 2. And we're gonna walk the dots again. So bigger end of the pink twirly for that first dot. Then you'll switch, yes, number 2. Then you'll switch to the smaller end and walk the dots around. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly, the smaller end, with paint color 1. And we're gonna start here in between our walking the dots, and we're gonna drag up one way, start in the same spot, and then drag up the other way.
And are they touching when they come to the end? No, just.
Not at the top, no, they should not touch at the top.
Okay. All right. If you say so. And use a smaller end, right?
Yes. Okay, next step, we're going to use the blue twirly and the pink twirly. And we're going to use paint colors 5 and 6. So first we're going to take the blue twirly, the bigger end with paint color 5. And we're going to place one dot right here where we did our drags. And you can do that all the way around to save time. But then after you do that, you're gonna take the pink twirly, smaller end with paint color 6, and you're gonna place one little dot above like this. Then you'll go back to the blue twirly, bigger end, and place another dot above like this, and then 2 dots to the side like this.
Big end of blue, number 5, right?
Yes.
We gotta do it.
The small end of the pink twirly for the small one?
Yes. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 3. And we're going to use the smaller end. You're gonna place 1 dot above like this. Then you're going to start next to it and drag down in between here.
Color 3.
Yes, paint color
With
3.
the smaller end of the pink?
Yes.
I haven't done it yet. I was pretending.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly. We're gonna use the smaller end with paint color 2. And we're gonna start here in between and walk the dots like straight up one side.
Small side of pink?
Yes, and the other side. Okay, next step, we're gonna use the blue twirly and the pink twirly. So we're gonna use the blue twirly, the bigger end, with paint color 4. And we're going to place 2 dots like this. So then with the pink twirly smaller end, you're going to draw it out kind of like 2 little commas, connect them here at the top, and color it in to make a heart.
So it's an upside down heart.
Okay, so big end.
Is it color 4?
Color 4, yes.
Small and pink. The baby in blue. Color number 4. So with the two dots.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the blue twirly, bigger end, with paint color 6, and we're just going to put one dot in between our hearts.
Which shade are we using?
The blue twirly, bigger end. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little bit of overlapping. So we're gonna take the white twirly, we're gonna use the smaller end with paint color 4,
Yeah.
and we're going to go back to this first row of dots that we did and just overlap it.
So big dot, right?
Big white.
Okay, next overlapping, we're gonna take the white twirly, the bigger end,
Yep.
and we're gonna use paint color 6, and we're going to overlap these dots here. Okay, we're gonna do one more overlapping. We're gonna take the white twirly, the smaller end with paint color 2, and we're going to overlap these dots that we did the walking the dots around. So we're gonna overlap those big ones. So if you have a lot of space here still that you want to fill up, you can use the white or the pink twirly smaller end with any color you want and just do like 3 little clusters like this, just in random spots in this area here. If you don't have enough room or you don't want to do it, then you are done.